Today on the Reverb Tank, we are going to build a new pedal board. So I've had this pedal board now for almost 2 years, and it's always been a work in progress, and it's fantastic for the stage. I absolutely love this pedal board. It's versatile enough for me to use on stage, and it's portable enough for me to bring gig to gig. But recently I found myself not really enjoying it anymore. It's got its drawbacks. Whenever I go to band rehearsals, I find myself dragging this thing and not really utilizing it like I want to. And I find it kind of big and bulky to bring just a standard rehearsal. So what I've decided to do is go out and minimize my pedal board, trying to live a minimalistic lifestyle and really focus on just the pedals that I'm going to use at a band rehearsal in order to make it more portable, make it more enjoyable to go out and have fun with the guys. So what we're essentially going to do is we're going to take this big boy right here, this bad boy, and we are going to toss it for now. Now, I plan on keeping this pedal board for gigs, whenever gigs come around, because again, I do like the portability of it, and I do like the flexibility that I have when I play a gig. But, like I said before, I want something that's super portable and super affordable that I can use whenever I go to band practice. So I picked up this Pedal Train Nano Plus, and today we're going to build a new pedal board. Alright, so the beginning portion of this is just basically going to be an unboxing. So as you can see, Pedal Train Nano Plus with the soft shell case is what I decided to go with. I'm only going to be utilizing a couple of pedals when I go to band rehearsals, so I thought the size and portability of this is exactly what I was looking for. So here it is, all wrapped up. We're going to open it up. Nice little handle here. It's all compact, it's beautiful. Nice little soft case comes with it. Let's open it up here. Let's have a look. So what do we got? We got the basic pedal train stuff that comes with it. We got the Velcros, straps. We've got a couple of zip ties that we're going to use to hide the wiring. And the board itself is right here. So here we go. We're going to start building our new mini board. Or baby board, I guess. So the strap for the case I'm not going to need right now, so we're just going to put that aside. These zip ties, I'm not going to need right now. We're going to put those aside for now. Instructions, who needs instructions? I got some good Velcro here. So the pedals that I decided to put on this board, we're going to put the J-Rocket Archer. That's a staple on my board. I absolutely love this pedal in order to get some searing lead tones. We are going to put the J-Rocket Dude on there for a little bit of dumble crunch, a little dumble overdrive. The Amex credit card of all pedals, the EP Booster. Never leave home without it. And of course, the one pedal that no musician can do without, no guitarist can do without, a tuner. That's it. That's all we're going with. Okay, so the order of my pedal board is going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to put my tuner right at the front. So, tuner first. Everything's going to go into the tuner first. So whenever I switch guitars, I can also power it off and then have it be silent. I like the Archer next. So we're going to put the Archer down here. Got to make sure that that sticks right there. Move this back a little bit. And then we're going to put the Dude on. And, you know, I could probably stuff more pedals on this pedal board, but again, I want to try to keep it minimalistic as much as possible. And I want to leave enough space for my feet to come down on it and not hit 2 or 3 pedals all at the same time. So I decided that this is the best fit for me here. And then last but not least, the always on pedal, the EP Booster. Nice and simple. And it holds. Now for connecting the pedals, I've chosen to go with George L cables. Big fan of these non-soldered cables. They're really easy to manipulate. You can cut them to length. The sound quality out of them is really good. And so far I haven't really had any problems with them, so you know, why change now? So we're going to wire this pedal board up with some George L's. We got some extra ones here that I bought a couple years ago. We're just going to wire it up Okay, so here's how the George L cables work. So I've got most of it wired up already, and I thought I'd just give you a view. So what I've done is I plugged it into the back of the Archer, and then I kind of measure to get an idea as to what my length is going to be. And then I use this little cable cutter that I got years ago. And basically you just insert it here like this, and then cut the wire nice and clean. Now, the actual tip of it here, as you can see, it's threaded on the inside and has a little hole here for a 90-degree angle. So I want that 90-degree angle to come at a convenient spot. So what I basically do is I take the wire and I push it in as far as I can, gentle twisting at the same time. And then you take your wire and then bend it through that open slot. Now, holding it in place to keep a little bit of pressure on, you can just screw the end of the cable like this. And then I try to put it as tight as I possibly can by hand, because I don't want it over time to get loose and then have that wire connection be soft. So I try to tighten it as much as I can, and I always use these little rubber stoppers on top of it to prevent that screw from coming undone. Plug it in, voila, ready to rock. All right, so we got our pedal board all wired up. Nice and easy 4 pedals, nothing fancy. As you can see, the wires on the top are pretty clean. Get rid of some of these little loose ends here. Very nice and clean, very tidy. That's something that I really enjoy. I really enjoy something that looks clean. Now, you're probably wondering, what am I going to use to power this? Well, that's where Pedal Train came in to the rescue. As you can tell, there's not a lot of room underneath the pedal board itself for power supply, especially not something the size of a DC power brick or something along the lines of like a Voodoo Labs Power 2, which I absolutely love, and it fits underneath my other board, and I will never trade that thing in ever. It gives you nice, consistent, clean power. However, I really wanted this board to be portable. I wanted to bring it to band practice and be able to just plug in my guitar, plug it into my amp, and go. And so Pedal Train came to the rescue and gave this product. This is the Volto. It's a rechargeable power supply for your analog pedals. Haven't even opened it yet, so let's take a look. Let's do a little bit unboxing here and see what this gives us. So you open up the box, and this is the unit itself. It's nice and flat, as you can see. It's completely 100% rechargeable. And from what I've read online, it can be recharged with the power cables that come with it, or it can be recharged via USB. It takes about 6 hours to fully charge, and according to the paperwork, it can last for a really, really long time, up to 36 hours, I believe I read. So we are going to give this a shot and see how it works. So let's take a look to see how this is going to fit into our pedal board. So we're going to take our pedal board, we are going to flip it around, and as you can see, this thing fits perfectly right in there. Okay, so we're going to keep opening the package here and take a look and see what else comes in this package. So we have little bits of Velcro that we're actually going to use to secure the Volto underneath the pedal board, which is going to come in really handy, that I can actually take the unit out and charge it either in a cigarette lighter or in any USB port on a computer, or even the power sources that come with it. Now, what's really cool about this Volto is that they really thought about where we are in the world and what we can use it for. So, multitude of different types of plugins. So we've got the British one, we've got the North American one, we have the Australian one, and we have the random everywhere else one, I guess, and the brick itself for recharging. So if you're a traveling musician and you are on an airplane and weight is an issue and you want to build a small pedal board for gigs anywhere in the world, you can actually take this thing with you and bring it anywhere and charge it at in any country, essentially. This is the bag with all of the cable connections for the actual Volto. So this is the charging cable, and as you can see, it is a standard USB on one end, like so. and a mini USB on this end, like so. So all we have to do is basically take this unit like this, plug in the small USB connector right here, plug this in to the power brick, and because I am in North America, I am going to use the North American plug, and we are going to put that like that, and I can plug it into any outlet and start charging my Volto. Let's take a look at some of the cabling that comes with the Volto. So I have a grand total of 4 pedals on my pedal board that are standard 9-volt operation. As you can see, I have 2 outlets here. But what this thing comes with is daisy chains. So I can have, as you can see, I can plug in 1, 2, 3 pedals into one of the daisy chains, and another one, single pedal, into the other output. So I have enough power to juice up my entire board on 2 cables. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually take the pedal train Volto and we're going to mount it to the bottom of the board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the Velcro that I've gotten here. All right. Now, it doesn't matter what type of Velcro you want to use, as long as, for me, I want to be consistent. So I'm going to take my Volto here. Let's move this out of the way. I'll take my Volto here, and we are going to put a piece of Velcro right across the top here like this. Make sure it's nice and flat. And then take the other piece of Velcro. Make sure that it is nice and flat. There. 2 pieces of Velcro, that's all I need. And that's going to be mounted underneath my board like this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the other pieces of Velcro, take the backing off of them, and put them attached to the Velcro portion that I put on the Volto itself, just so that when I install it on the board, everything lines up beautifully. So I'm going to make sure that my 2 power sources are actually not facing the inside of the board. I'm going to find a nice spot for it right here. This is where it's going to live. Push down on it, make sure everything sticks. Not too happy with the placement of that, so we're going to do that over again. And that's the cool thing about Velcro, is that it's not a permanent thing. You can just gently pull it off like this and then replace it back where you want it. There we go. So now it's coming time to actually daisy chain the pedals into place. So what I am going to do is figure out which end. Okay, so this end goes into the Volto here like this. Simple. Pass this one through here, this one through here, and this one through here. And then we are going to flip the board around like this. Now, the J-Rocket Archer inputs for the power is actually at the top of the pedal. So what I'm going to do, because I'm particular about stuff like this, is that I'm going to make sure that I am not in the way of other cabling. And we are going to do the same thing on this side. And last but not least, the power for my tuner. There we go. Now, I'm going to use a single cable here, and the EP booster, same idea. And then just pass that through the board again, all the way through. And there we go. Everything is powered. All my pedals are plugged in. Now I just have to charge it, and we are going to be good to go. Thank you so much for watching my pedalboard video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some ideas as to maybe what you would like to do with your rig. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment or questions section down below. You can follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook at the Reverb Tank. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and like this video, share it with your friends, and we will chat soon. Later.